Maxer here, back again with another video. Today I'll be showing you how to make another car, except this car will be a lot simpler than the last one I showed you how to make. The last one was an RC car, and it cost like quite a bit of money. But for a starter, that wouldn't be a wise decision, because if you're just new to this, you wouldn't want to spend too much money on a new project. Which is why this is all we're going to be using today. There's this little plastic over here. We're just going to be taking one of these metal rods on each side. You can just put this through and attach the wheels. And once you're done with that, you can hook up the motor like through with the top and then the batteries. I will put a link and all the parts in the description below. And this project will require soldering, so let's start off with showing you how to solder. Okay, now on to building the actual car. So we're gonna start off by putting the battery pack down. This battery pack contains 2 AA batteries. You can put those in at the end. And you're just gonna start off by taking your hot glue gun, just putting a small amount. You don't want to go crazy with the hot glue, because if it is really hot, it could potentially melt the plastic. So you're just gonna put that down. Just mount that like so. Don't worry about the position or anything. You just got to make sure that it's in a reasonable place, so that way everything can hook up well. And if you have long wires, leave them for now. You can cut them down at the end. Now you're gonna take 2 popsicle sticks. I have these 2 colored green popsicle sticks I picked out, and you're just gonna want to draw a line, like match them up, make sure they're in a good space, and you're just gonna draw a line through so that way the bottom isn't curved. Because if the bottom is curved, it's gonna be really unbalanced, but if it's straight, it's not gonna move as much because you cut that down. So now, cutting this down is not too difficult. Just take a knife. I have this utility knife. Yeah, so you just want a few grooves to start it off with. Take your needle nose pliers, or any pliers will do. And you can just take the little knife bit at the end, that little blade. You can just cut that down and snap it. Like, so yeah. This one was a lot cleaner than this one. And don't worry if I have this not clean. It's not very clean, as you can see. Just put this away. Here you don't use the cut side, so just line that up. Just like so, and you just want to sand this, so just hold it together. Two even popsicle sticks. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take the motor. I have this tiny little motor over here, 2 wires at the end, and we're just gonna glue this. So you're gonna take your curved end and face it to the top in front of you. And another thing I want to point out is if you get like a propeller like this one and you just put it right over you might want to make sure that this popsicle stick is high enough, so that way it's not going to touch the body of your car, or else it's just going to break. So if this was like all the way down here, this would just keep hitting that and it wouldn't really work. So make sure your propellers aren't too big where they're all the way touching over there. So I'm just gonna put it a bit at the bottom because that improves stability. So you might want to also sand down this area. And yeah, this just works perfectly fine. Just a little, you don't need too much. There you go. So that's both of them. Okay, now what we're gonna do is you always want to take your propeller off. And we're going to be putting this right over here, putting it one on top of the other, just like that. I'm just gonna take some glue, and I'm just gonna put it right over there. And you don't need too much glue, so you're just gonna take that put it just like that, like so. You're gonna line it up, and it's already pretty well secured. Now you're going to do the same thing with this, and you're gonna put it right on top. So now that that's done, we can move on with the switch, but don't actually glue it down yet. Reason being is because it's gonna be really hard to solder then, and you might melt the plastic, and you don't want to do that. Now we're gonna put this right over here. So I'm just gonna take the hot glue. And I'm just gonna melt this right over here. Feel that's actually pretty strong now. But don't do the soldering until it's completely done. I'll add some more glue on the other side. Right over here. There you go. Okay, now here's where things might get a little confusing. So I have a little circuit, right? And once you take the battery, you're gonna connect it to the red wire on the motor. You're just gonna connect it, just like the way I told you. You're gonna twist the wires, form an X, twist it. You could just take a pair of tweezers and hold that in place, take your soldering iron, apply the solder, and then just put that over there. So you're going to want to solder these two joints together. Place, take your soldering iron, apply the solder, and then just put that over there. So you're going to want to solder these two joints together. This is still movable because I have glue. So this will glue onto that. But next, you might want to take some more wire. So like perhaps a lot over here. And you're gonna add an extension over here. And you're just going to solder it over here. It doesn't matter which side goes to which. And if you're, let's say once you're done with everything, and you put on your motor, and it's spinning the wrong way. Let's say this is supposed to be the front of your car, but your car is going that way. You could also switch around these two wires, and it should go the other way, or you could change the propeller. So yeah, do that, and we'll be able to add the wheels, and we should be done. Okay, so now that you're done with all the soldering, you have the motor attached, you have the propeller on, you have the on and off switch, and if you switch it on, it starts spinning. We've completed the circuit. And once you're done with all the soldering, you just want to add some electrical tape, because if I didn't add any, these two could potentially touch and just automatically start even when I didn't switch it on. So that's why electrical tape is very important. So once you got your battery plugged in and everything, you're on to adding the wheels and everything. Slide it through one of these patterns. It doesn't really matter in which one. You just want to add it in a reasonable spot. You can take whichever wheels you'd like. Now you can just put one side in, just like that.